Yeah, we got breaking news. It seems like the women are finally coming around to the Passport Bro movement. If you're new to my channel, man, comment, subscribe, like, share. Holla at your boy.
The women who are upset with the passport bros, so there's two ways you can handle life, right? You can either be bitter and angry at the people who have the things that you want, or you can learn from them and learn how you can obtain it for yourself. Personally, I prefer to go for option 2, because option 1 just leaves you bitter and filled with resentment, but your situation doesn't change. Whereas at least with option 2, you have a chance of actually changing your situation. If you don't like your outcomes, change your behavior. You can shame these men as much as you want. You can put down these women and put down their home countries as much as you want. You're still going to be single. It's not going to make you any more desirable to these men. A smart woman would learn a thing or two from these women. A less smart woman would choose to call them uneducated, desperate for opportunities, poverty-stricken. But regardless of all of these things that you think they are, they're still able to get the men that don't want you. So
I also want to talk about why this mindset that so many Western women have is actually extremely problematic. Because not only are you putting down the men who are going overseas with pure intentions, you're also putting down the women from these other countries solely off of the fact that they were not brought up in a Western culture. Because you're calling them uneducated, you're calling them poor, you're calling them weak, you're calling them vulnerable. You're creating a superiority complex where you are at the top and women from all these other countries are at the bottom. Now let me tell you something. If you were really superior, the men would not be leaving and you would not be single.
This question. Do you think that we have enough women who are ready to be wives for men who are ready to marry?
No.
Okay, so saying that there's some women does not do anything about the demand. If men are ready to marry, if 100,000 men are ready to marry and 50,000 women are ready to be wives, what happens to the 50,000 men who don't get a wife? What are they supposed to do? Good question.
Yeah, so that mean that leaves them to settle.
Settle or go to another community and find another wife.
Overweight women are upset at passport boys because they're not getting picked. Because passport boys are going outside the country, getting more bang for their value. They're getting athletic, beautiful, attractive women that actually wants to be with them, that love them. And the overweight woman are just getting left behind and not getting picked, so they're jealous. Of course, they're upset. The woman out the country got what the man want. Those women outside the country got what the man want. And you ladies don't want to put in nothing. You don't want to cook. You don't want to clean. So what do you want to do? Just eat? Okay.
And clean.
Yeah, see, this is why I came to Thailand to find a... Oh no, we lost another brother. What shall the woman in the United States shall ever do? I do not know, because we lost another one.
Call me crazy, but it seems like the only way women can be consistently happy in a relationship is if men don't fall short in any capacity. Like they can't mess up at all or have any shortcomings that sometimes they can't help. Like for example, if he were to lose his job for a time period and he's actively looking, you know, women don't want to be having to be providers for too long, right? Or if he gets sick, or if he becomes disabled, or, you know, if it's something that requires more than the normal routine, y'all ain't going for it, right? But you are supposed to be his backup, his support system. Like literally how y'all be backing up your best friends, your man is supposed to be your best friend. So if he should fall on rough times, you're supposed to be there to support him, right? And again, y'all don't give men room to have struggles, you know, at times, and y'all don't really give them enough room to show that you're willing to actually be there for them. A lot of y'all just choose I'm out. I don't have to put up with this. I don't have the capacity to deal with this. And if you know you can't handle a man, you know, during his rough patches, there's going to be trials and tribulations, right? And if you can't handle some of the trials that he goes through, you ain't ready for a relationship, right? It should not be looked at as a chore to support your partner. It should be something that you want to do. I mean, think about somebody that you love dearly and how you support them. Like, I don't understand why your partner is not put on that same realm. But anyway, yeah, y'all make it almost impossible for men to actually show that they're human. If they are not perfect all the time, or if they fall short, it's like a time limit, you know, an unspoken time limit. If a woman is unhappy, you know, for too long regarding her situation, she out. And what makes this even crazier is that y'all want these men to love you through your trials and tribulations. You don't want to be judged or left unsupported through some of the things that you go through. But the moment he hits a rough patch, and if the rough patch lasts too long in your head, you ain't going for it. So again, we ain't fair. We're not fair when it comes to, you know, our expectations and our willingness to commit to a person.
Ladies, you gotta compete for your man if you want that man to realize that you are a keeper. See, Americans are a rarity and a specialty here in Germany. So when my husband, back then boyfriend, came to visit me in Germany back in 2006, I had to prove to him that I was better than everybody he dated before, and that I'm going to be better than everybody that he could possibly date in the future. So I took the man on trips, I bought him everything that he wanted to have and stuff that he didn't even want to have, and I had to let him know, look, I adore you. I appreciate you coming all the way from America to Germany and come visit me, and I have to prove to you, and I will do everything and anything that is in my power to show you that I am the one. Why am I saying this? I just want to tell you, gentlemen, that there are women who will compete for you. So ladies, compete for your man if you want him to know that you're a keeper, and if you don't want to compete for him, don't be mad if he doesn't want to compete for you.
Why is it that we don't realize that what it really means when we're asking men to protect us? When we're asking men to protect us, we're asking them to put their lives on the line. We're asking them to die for us. We're asking men to sacrifice themselves, period. That is what protection is. Protection can come in all forms, and from a macro level, protection means providing protection for us within this country. On a micro level, men provide protection to his family, his home, and his community. Traditionally, what makes his sacrifice worthwhile is knowing that his woman is grateful and her showing appreciation, and knowing that his family feels safe, happy, and taken care of.
The passport bros seem to be a hot commodity nowadays, so let's just go ahead and get straight into it. This is another case of black women not minding their business. Y'all didn't care about meal order brides until black men happened to make it popular, but of course you feel entitled to being the BBC commander when something no longer benefits you, although these are the same men that you said you didn't want, didn't need, and they are broke. I'm gonna be honest, going overseas to travel frequently and live does not equate to broke. But then again, this just simply speaks to the delusion and hypocrisy of women. These men have been very clear in their message. They've said time and time again they want a wife, someone they can build with, start their family with, someone they can create a legacy with. What y'all heard was they wanted someone that they can control. Y'all minimize being a wife simply down to being a slave, even so much as telling those other women overseas that they're uneducated and practicing sex tourism. And in turn, a lot of y'all have took your degree and traded it in for an OnlyFans profile. Nobody said anything when women were going to Dubai. We know why you were going. Nobody said anything when women were flying state to state getting flued out. We know what you were doing. Nobody said anything when Nigerian and Jamaican men needed green cards and y'all started falsifying marriage documents so you could drive your Range Rover with your red bottoms. Let's just call a spade a spade. Y'all wanted the option to go back to these men after the man that you really wanted was done dragging you through the mud.
See, I told you, they're finally coming around. Just don't settle, man.